Hello, my name is Nancy Keller, and I'm the director of Project SOAR, a program at the community college, at Pima Community College, that serves students with disabilities. Now, I've been with the program for 6 years, and I've gotten a chance to watch the program grow and watch the students grow and to learn a little bit more about what makes people tick. What does it take to be a college student? What does it take to break through barriers? There are a lot of different types of people who come to the program from ages 18 to 68 in every walk of life with everything going on outside of this college, and everyone has strengths and everyone has barriers, and watching people learn how to use their strengths to move past their barriers is amazing. It's been incredibly meaningful for me, and even though we focus on disabilities in terms of who we serve, we also try to move past that too. A person is not just their disability, they are so much more than that. And so being able to find students who can put that part just down on a piece of paper and then let that be, and then try to figure out who they are as a person instead of who they are as a person with a disability, and moving forward in college is really exciting. I have a lot of stories of students who have meant a lot to me, and really everyone who's ever been in the program is just like family. But I do have a couple of stories that have been incredibly meaningful, and I'd love to share a few of them with you. I have a student, his name was Kirby, and he had a traumatic brain injury when he was younger. He had gotten hit by a car, and they told him, everyone who ever worked with him had said, there's no way you're gonna go to college, you're never gonna make it, it's not possible, you might as well just give up. And his whole time in school, they told him that. And then when he got out, he joined vocational rehabilitation. And their mission is either to focus on education or to focus on getting a job. And they told him, they said, you're not going to be able to do school, so we'll help you find a job. And he kept fighting it and saying, no, I know I can do school. I know I can do school if you just give me a shot. And they kept saying, no, 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 no. The only thing we could support is you going into finding a job. Until finally, he and his dad decided, you know what, we're just going to pay for this on our own. And even though Voc Rehab would have been willing to do that if they had approved that plan, he said, no, I'm going to college and you're not going to stop me. And so he went to college, and he struggled, and he made it. He powered through, and he took math 5 times, but I'll tell you what, the last time I talked to him, he had completed a semester at the U of A, all A's and B's, taking 15 credits. And they said it wasn't going to be possible. Another story about a student that I think is a wonderful story is Lana, one of our students, who she had a very, very rough life growing up. And by the time she was 13, she was already in trouble with the law and gotten kind of involved in just some things that had kept her maybe from being on kind of the straight and narrow path. She ended up going to prison for 10 years. And she, had a lot of barriers because of that. When she got out, she really wanted to go back to school, and there was a lot of things in her past that were preventing her from doing that. And she finally came back at 50-some years of age, and she just graduated in December with a degree. She also got almost all A's and B's, 1 or 2 C's here and there, loved life. Every time I talked to her, she just said how much she loved learning and couldn't believe she was doing it. After all that time, and she finally got out of prison and didn't even finish high school, and was able to come to Pima Community College and join our program and get a degree, and now she's got her own business. So it's pretty exciting. I think that part of the reason I've been drawn to this work is because there's always a part of me that has loved the underdog. I love it when people have to struggle and they face horrible situations and they fight through them. I think that is so beautiful, and I feel like this job is really it's just made for me in a lot of ways because of that. But I think that being in Project SOAR and being a part of this and creating this environment and this family, and then watching consistently as people do struggle and then do prevail and meet their goals, I just feel like it's reinforced for me how important that is. It's also reinforced for me how disability does not mean that you can't do something, and that it's never too late in your life to do something, and that just because you couldn't do something before doesn't mean you can't do something now, and that there are so many lessons that we can teach each other in this world by trying and caring and fighting through things. And that has been a really, really beautiful experience for me, and I feel like my students all have had an impact on me just by knowing them, and knowing that I get a chance to know them in this kind of special way. So I'm not quite a teacher, and I'm not quite a social worker, and I'm not a parent, and I'm not just an academic advisor. This is different. SOAR is different, and that has really changed me in a lot of ways. And I think that the tutors experience the same thing, and the other people in the program experience the same thing. It's just a very special way to have an opportunity to know someone at a time in their life when they could use some backup. And so that's been a really wonderful thing to watch.